So here we go with the start of the ladies' mass start, their third mass start of the season here in Fort Kent, the last race before the World Championships. And the top four in the World Cup ranking so tightly packed. Magdalena, Henkel, Ekholm and Berger all just separated by 52 points at this stage of the season. 6 races to go after this one, so today's points absolutely crucial. Maybe around the 35-minute mark for today's race. The Olympic title won in 35.19 by Magdalena Neuner. The men's Olympic title won by Yevgeny Ustikov in 35.35. So only some 16 seconds longer to cover the extra 2.5K. So here we go for shoot number 1. Watch for the yellow flashes just to the right of the target signs, indicating a miss and therefore incurring the 150-metre penalty. Berger already on the penalty loop. That's not such a good start for the Norwegian. Magdalena going very well from right to left, and Ekholm still having problems with the prone shoot. She's lost her confidence in that position. Henkel, Magdalena are clear. Brunet, of course, the French lady, is clear. Grigorin, Shemerenko, that's via Shemerenko. Vita racing at the University Cup, not out here in the United States. Gusner goes clear in the prone, and Ponza, Marley, Scardino, Supran, Kalinchik, Denisova, Studebaker, all hitting 5 out of 5. Great shooting from the back of the field, and that keeps them in the running. 1 or 2 big names are on the penalty loop. Tora Berger is one of them. What is the margin? Expect her to lose at least 24 seconds. Out she comes. It's going to be 17th, 18th, 26.8 seconds lost by Berger and Duran. Rare miss from Duran, rare miss from Domracheva, and of course Helena Ekholm, who is brilliant in the standing position. I'm not quite sure what's going wrong in the prone. Zidek with a 1 miss as well. 37 seconds down on the leaders now, and work to do. So it is the Olympic champion who leads the way at the moment. You can see that leading group's staying with Neuner, so you know that they are pushing themselves. Magdalena was the second fastest, and she lies in second at the moment. There's Henkel, and number 14, that is Miriam Gosner, so that she's got herself back in contention, but that's an almighty effort from Miriam Gosner. She started this lap over 7 seconds down, so she's really turned on the gas just to get herself back in touch. There you see the target from Rico Gross. Everyone, I think, being told, it's only a guess, but I think everyone being told to aim a little bit high. The news is out. You saw on the marker all his target indicators, all the shot indicators on Rico's magnetic board there were showing that the shots had gone low. So all 3 Germans should be aware of that. I'm not sure if Magdalena speaks German, because it might have been some useful information for her. Very small Finnish team. She's the only one represented today. My goodness, she's done well this year. Got hold of the yellow bib after picking up 150 points out of a possible 180 in the first weekend of the season, and has only lost it for 1 race so far. Ekholm stealing it in Presqu'île, but has since lost it. I think that's probably good for Ekholm. It takes the pressure off a little when she's not the World Cup leader. She wants to be the World Cup leader at the end of the last race of the season. So here we go, shoot number 2. All these women clear in the first round. By Shemerenko just settling in lane 7. Little bit of a breeze picking up from the left. It's certainly stronger than last time round. Now this is the stage. It would be nice to see exactly where Neuner's shots are going. She makes it 10 out of 10 in the prone. Very good quick shooting from her. Henkel 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5, no problem. Germany 1 and 2. Can Gusner make it? Germany 1, 2 and 3 as it was in the sprint event 2 days ago. No, she's gone and thrown one wide. So an early miss for Gusner. Bachmann's gone wide. Shemerenko misses shot number 2. Targets, and there's no doubt that the coaches scoping in on not only their own athletes' targets, but others, just to see if there's a trend. Neuner has come through the prone phase unscathed. Now, once she gets in control of a race, she seems to be a whole lot better. And that 6-second lead on the final one. Wolfgang Pickler just checking the stopwatch, on it goes. Just wanting to see how far his charges are behind the leaders, Zidek and of course Ekholm, the 2 favourites. Only 2 Swedes racing today. We've got 6 Germans. Gusner back up into fourth, 36 seconds behind, having come out of the range, 39 behind, so she's skiing even faster than Neuner. Darma form and just fallen away. How do you get them back into peak condition for a race in 2 weeks' time, and the most important racing of the year? Well, the Norwegians have done it before, so I wouldn't doubt Berger at this stage. Of course, she came away from the Olympic Games with a gold medal, won that in the individual. So, Neuner, how's she going to go? First two are usually okay, then it gets hard. This is fantastic. Well, astonishing stuff from Neuner, and Henkel will have picked up on that, so that 11-second gap is now going to be at least 30, because Henkel's thrown number 2 wide. Just looks a little bit tense. Losing the psychological battle at the moment, and what a time to be heading possibly for only your second victory of the season. Henkel saying in a post-race interview that this certainly wasn't her best season, but it was by no means her worst, and don't rule her out of winning the overall World Cup. She's up in a 5th place, incidentally, 116 points behind, and we've got, well, we're 6 races after this one. We've got 360 points still up for grabs, so it is statistically possible. Domracheva, good shooting from her, nice steady shoot, and back onto the penalty loop goes Kaisa Mäkäräinen for Finland. Only 2 women have, in fact only 1 woman has gone 15 out of 15 so far, and it is the race leader Magdalena Neuner. Still don't think I'd be putting too much money on her hitting 20 out of 20. Be nice to see, be a real confidence booster for her. Chill, who's had cost us a beer or two to pry some information out of them. Here we go, 133 behind for Ekholm, so I think she could be slipping even further down the order. Tora Berger, though, who's just behind her in the World Cup standings, only lying in 6th place at the moment. Tora Berger's had a good recovery. Well, look at that. Fantastic shooting from Neuner. Is this one going in the prone target as well? Yes, it is. She'll enjoy the replay of that. Still be in the running for victory. If she hits 4 out of 5, the race is hers. And, well, I wonder what's going through her mind. Maybe you can pick up. She seems to have eased down, settling the breathing, trying to make this last shoot easier and easier. The slower she goes on the approach, the easier the task becomes. Domracheva doesn't seem to stand quite as tall as she did last year. Beautiful timing. She does make it look so easy. Now, big moment for Neuner. She's unlikely, in fact she can't catch Tora Berger, who lies 1 place ahead of her in the World Cup standings. Neuner with only 1 victory so far this year. It came in Pachuca on the 18th of December. Now, 2 misses to start with, and that really would unsettle her. Good recovery. Down it goes, the race is in the bag. 1 penalty loop to do. That will not take her 50 seconds. She'll be out in 25, and she'll have a 150-metre lead at least going into the last loop. Neuner secures victory number 2. She'll enjoy the last lap, and she knows that she really just has to ski herself into the victory position. No falls, nothing clever, but enjoy the moment. The only danger, I guess, is that she goes too fast in the initial stages. We've seen that a couple of times this year. The race is on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Domracheva, Henkel, Mäkäräinen is still there, and Catherine Hitzer of Germany. This is good from Henkel. Domracheva slightly quicker on the skis, but she needs the last one. She's got it. The race is on for silver. Mäkäräinen, I don't think with any chance of getting on the podium today, but it's good World Cup points. 4th place. Now, I think she's still going to lose the lead in the World Cup standings, and with that penalty, she's certainly going to lose the yellow bib, Andrea Henkel, who is already out and about. Tora Berger, can she get herself back up into the top 5 or 6? Another brilliant shoot from Tora Berger. Astonishing runner success from her. Looking at her last 6 results. First, second, first, fourth. Mäkinen is out. Tora Berger has a lead of just 7 seconds over Mäkinen. That's going to be an interesting fight as they head for the line. The only one are potential winners. They won it before. They'll fancy taking that gold. Norway, well, it's possible, but Flatland and Berger, well, Berger's been on great form, but they'll both have to be up to their very best form if they're going to win that. Neuner, a wonderful performance from her today. Neuner's already done very good work there. Let's go through some of the shooting scores. Mäkinen's missed 3. Hitzer, who is up in the top 5, has missed 2. Tora Berger only missed 1 today. That was on the very first shoot. Well, that's going to be a very interesting finish indeed. They've got less than a kilometre to go. I think Mäkinen will know that Tora Berger is pretty tenacious when it comes to these sort of things. And even though she's very fatigued, I don't think she'll give away the victory easily, because vital World Cup points at stake, and of course a little bit of cash as well. So we have 2 fights, 2 more sprint finishes. They've been spoilt here in Fort Kent. We had the Svensson-Fourcade showdown that ended in a win for Svensson in a photo finish, both given the same time. Norway and Finland this time going head-to-head for 4th and 5th place. We got a fight on for 2nd and 3rd between Henkel Neuner, a long way clear. This is 4th and 5th with Mäkinen and Berger. Domracheva and Henkel, it is just ahead of them, fighting it out for the 2nd and 3rd position. But positions 1 and 4 in the World Cup standings. Domracheva will certainly be moving up through the order today. She may overtake Marie-Laure Brunet. She will overtake Brunet. She'll go ahead of Zidek, so she's going to go into the top 6 of the World Cup standings at the end of today. But can she find a way to beat Andrea Henkel? No one can catch this lady. It's Magdalena Neuner, who is back on sensational form. Let's put an end to the rumour that she might go through to the cross-country World Championships. That is not going to happen, although I'm sure the Germans would love to have her, because on this sort of form, she would certainly put up a good show against Björgen and Kowalczyk. Maybe they should have an annual fight out to answer so many of the questions that we all have about their potential when it comes to switching codes. So into the finish for Neuner. Germany completing their clean sweep of women's events here in Fort Kent. Henkel won the sprint and the pursuit. Neuner wins the mass start, and she wins it in style. 19 hits out of 20, and all the credit to her, because she missed the very first shot of that last shoot. Domracheva, nothing left to give. Henkel is away like a whippet. It's going to be 2nd place for Henkel, so she picks up a whopping 154 points out of a possible... Well, it could have been 180. In fact, she gets 174 points out of a possible 180 from the 3 races here. And she goes into yellow in the World Cup standings with that performance. Berger looks to have the better of Kaisa Mäkinen, or will Mäkinen come back? I don't think so. Mäkinen's done 3 loops, 3 penalty loops to Berger's 1, so she's done an extra 300 metres. It's been a great ski from Mäkinen, but Tora Berger is in the top 4 yet again. You cannot put her down, just 51 seconds back, and remember, she is totally exhausted.